The Jujutsu Kaisen Culling games has been going on for a little over 40 chapters now, with the introduction of a bunch of new characters already, and most likely plenty more to come. However, one thing that results in an explosion of hype beyond anything else is beloved character returns. As such, the topic of today's video. Welcome to the Mysterious Chad channel. I provide Jujutsu Kaisen content as the main thing here, so if you enjoy that type of stuff, consider hitting that subscribe button, and of course, leave a like, it's much appreciated. Now, let's get into it. Of course, we need to talk about our boy Gojo, probably the most anticipated, and when he returns, shit is going to be wild. There's even a Twitter account with 70,000 followers who has one purpose: to tell us how many days Gojo has been sealed for, with it approaching 900 days. 70,000 people just after that. With the world of Jujutsu Kaisen changing quite a bit the second he was sealed, old friends and allies of him being jumped by higher ups in the world, his students being attacked and going through hell without him, and just so much more. The steps for him to actually be released are starting to come into place now. Tengen mentioned the Angel Sorcerer from the past, and how she seems to have the ability to remove curse techniques, and the main plan set up prior to the Culling games actually beginning was them to actually find this angel and of course release Gojo. This angel has actually appeared with Megumi's unconscious body. We haven't seen an update of that since it happened, but if it's friendly, we could be seeing Gojo quite soon, but if I'm being honest, I personally doubt it. His return will most likely occur during the climax of the Culling games. And think about it like this: imagine a three-way battle to end the arc between Gojo, Kenjaku, and Sukuna. We do have Yuta saying he's going to defeat Kenjaku without Gojo, but I personally believe he's going to fail in that regard, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. The next character who we're all waiting for a return is of course best boy Todo. During the Shibuya arc, of course, he lost one of his arms, meaning his curse technique has been pretty much nullified. Feels bad, but we all know Todo's an absolute beast regardless. Him returning is going to be very cool. There is a possibility for him to get his arm returned to him, considering all the reverse curse technique stuff going on, and with the insane amount of crazy stuff being revealed and coming out in the Culling games, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a character who's able to return his arm at some point, and then my man is definitely going to go in. The next character I want to talk about is quite mysterious regarding their situation: Nobara. We still have no official confirmation of whether she's actually dead or still alive. Personally, considering we haven't got the confirmation, she's most likely alive, and I am expecting her to return at some point. Whether or not it's going to be during this arc, I can't really say, but I'm expecting her to return at some point. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. The next character who's going to have a crazy return to the story is Maki. She's pretty much the Toji of the story now. She has destroyed the Zenin clan, and after doing that she was pretty much injured, so maybe in the later half of the Culling games we could see her returning. If you don't know, her destroying the Zenin clan actually occurred, I believe, a little bit after the whole conversation between Yuji, Hikari, Megumi, etc. about what they're going to do regarding the Culling games, as part of Hikari's deal with Megumi was relating to the Zenin clan, but the Zenin clan is no more, stuff like that. She was very injured from that battle, so most likely recovering at this point, but I do expect to see her in the Culling games. Definitely going in, potentially the MVP, even as a possibility, most likely teaming up with Yuta at some point later in the arc, but that shit is going to be peak once again. There's so much crazy stuff that could be happening in the Culling games very shortly. Something that would be quite funny if somehow Toji returned once again. Of course, he's my favourite character in the series. I would love for him to return. Whether or not it would really make sense, I don't really know, but Toji returning once again will be some madness, and that's pretty much what's being provided in the Culling game so far, so don't completely cross it out as a impossibility. Of course, all the surviving second years we haven't seen returned in a while, them returning will be pretty cool. We did, I believe, see Kasumi return alongside Yuta, or in one panel during Yuta's fight in his colony. So she may be around already, not too sure about that. It was kind of hinted at, but we didn't get the full face reveal or anything like that. I've already mentioned Todo, but the other third, second years and surviving teachers who aren't part of like the people going against Gojo and all that group. So all of them returning could be pretty cool, maybe a crazy group fight at some point. A common trend in the Culling games so far for a lot of the fight is when the main cast of characters has defeated a Culling game player, a lot of them haven't actually been killed and are most likely being set up to return at some point in the future. Of course we have Hiromi, I expect him to return, I still want a lot more from him. His fight with Yuji was fairly interesting, but he's definitely going to return and definitely repay for his sins, I guess. We have Takaba, who is broken beyond belief. He could do some goofy madness and, you know, kind of flex on kenjaku at some point. I wouldn't even be surprised. We have Ryu and the Sky Lady who faced Yuta. They haven't been killed off or anything like that. I get the feeling that a lot of the sorcerers who are from the past who have been revived may end up allying with the main dudes against kenjaku at some point nearing the end of the arc, or at least coming in clutch at some point. And if I had to guess, we're still very early in the arc, 40 plus chapters, but there's still so much more to come, and I do think it has a possibility to surpass the Sabua incident arc. We also have characters like this, the Ice Lady, who seems to be allies with kenjaku, or maybe even Sukuna as well. She seemed quite powerful in her own regards, so she's most likely going to have a role in the Culling games, and most likely we're going to get the introduction of various other characters we haven't seen before, who are going to be quite broken and definitely push the main cast of characters. And the last character who's going to go absolutely insane during the Culling games is of course Sukuna. We haven't seen Yuji in quite a while now, but the second he returns and the second Sukuna comes out, that's when we know the Culling games are going to absolutely go mental, and that's where we're going to lead down to the climax most likely. But that's everything for today's Jujutsu Kaisen video. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. I'm no longer doing like chapter related content for the manga. I want to make more high quality content like this, so that's what you're going to expect on this channel in the future. But if you enjoyed, make sure to check out all the other stuff in the description as well, join the Discord, etc. And of course, shout out to the mad lads who support the channel via the Patreon. But yep, that's it guys, peace.